Hello again, kindergarten and first grade. We're continuing with our little fun lesson about apples. The next song we're going to do is our apple bingo song. So we're going to actually do the tune of bingo, and we're going to use our apples. I've went ahead and taped mine up on the wall. And we're going to do it just like bingo, except instead of using B-I-N-G-O, we're going to sing A-P-P-L-E. And this time we're going to cover the letters each time with a little X, and the X stands for crunch, okay, because that's what you do to an apple. So we're going to start, and I'll sing to you the first one, and if you have your apples out, you can do it along with us. And if you don't have apples, then you can just do it along with the video anyway. There was a fruit, and it was sweet, and apple was its name, oh, A-P-P-L-E, 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 and apple was its name, oh. Now we're going to cover up the first letter of the word with an X. Can you cover up the first letter?
Yes.
Okay. Instead of saying A this time, say or say crunch. Ready? There was a fruit and it was sweet and apple was its name, oh. P-P-L-E, 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 and apple was its name, oh. Cover up the next letter. What's the next letter in our word?
P.
P. So now we have crunch, crunch. There was a fruit and it was sweet and apple was its name, oh. Crunch, crunch, P-L-E, crunch, crunch, P-L-E, crunch, crunch, P-L-E, and apple was its name, oh. Can you cover the next letter up? What's the next letter we're covering?
P.
P. So now we have 3 crunches. This is going to be a good apple. We're going to eat the whole thing before the song is over. There was a fruit and it was sweet and apple was its name, oh. Crunch, 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 L-E, crunch, 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 L-E, crunch, 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 L-E, and apple was its name, oh. Let's go ahead and cover the next letter. We're getting close. There was a fruit and it was sweet and apple was its name, oh. Crunch, 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 E. Crunch, 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 E. Crunch, 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 E. And apple was its name, oh. Oh, let's take the last letter and cover him up with a crunch. And let's finish our song. There was a fruit and it was sweet and apple was its name, oh. Crunch, 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 and apple was its name, oh. I sure hope you enjoyed these songs. When you come back to school, we'll do some more of these in class. And if you're a virtual student, then we'll be continuing with this next week. Have a great week.